Hello, everyone! Welcome back to Senior Envision, your go-to space for practical, science-backed tips to help you live your healthiest, most vibrant life, especially if you're over 60. I'm so thrilled to have you here today, because we're diving into a topic that affects so many of us as we age: sleep, nutrition, and how the foods we eat can either support or sabotage our rest. If you've been waking up multiple times a night to use the bathroom, feeling groggy in the morning, or wondering why you're not getting that deep, restorative sleep you used to enjoy, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through 5 common dietary and lifestyle habits that might be disrupting your sleep, particularly by triggering those frequent nighttime bathroom trips. More importantly, I'll share simple, actionable changes you can make, starting tonight, to help you sleep through the night, wake up refreshed, and feel like yourself again. No medications, no invasive procedures, just smart tweaks to your daily routine that can make a world of difference. Before we get started, I'd love to hear from you. How many times are you getting up at night to pee? Drop a quick comment below, and let's support each other on this journey to better health and better sleep. If you find this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Health 365. We're building a community where your health, energy, and independence come first at every age. Alright, let's dive in and talk about the first habit that might be quietly stealing your rest without you even realizing it. Let's start with something so simple yet so easy to overlook. When you're drinking your liquids, especially in the hours leading up to bedtime. Now, you might be thinking, I already cut back on water after dinner, so I'm good, right? Well, here's the thing: it's not just about water. Many of us are consuming hidden fluids in ways we don't even think about, and these can fill your bladder right when you're trying to drift off into dreamland. Think about that cozy cup of herbal tea you sip while watching your favorite evening show, or that bowl of soup you had with dinner, or maybe even a juicy piece of watermelon or cantaloupe for dessert. Even certain medications, like liquid cough syrups or supplements, can add to your fluid intake. All of these contribute to your body producing urine at the worst possible time, when you're trying to sleep. As we get older, our kidneys don't manage fluids as efficiently as they used to. That means the liquids you consume late in the day tend to linger in your system, getting processed right around the time you're hoping to hit your deepest sleep. And here's why that matters: when your bladder fills up during the night, it interrupts your sleep cycle before you can reach REM sleep, that magical stage where your brain repairs itself, your body recharges, and you wake up feeling truly rested. If you're waking up tired, foggy, or needing naps during the day, it might not just be aging. It could be this one habit quietly stealing your energy. So, how do we fix this? It's easier than you think. The key is to set what I like to call a liquid curfew. If you typically go to bed around 9:00 p.m., aim to stop consuming liquids by 6:00 p.m. That includes everything: water, tea, coffee, juice, even foods with high water content like soups, oranges, melons, or even frozen treats like popsicles. Now, I know what you're thinking. What if I get thirsty? What about my medications? Don't worry. If you absolutely need a sip of water to take a pill, or if your mouth feels dry, keep a small glass nearby and use it sparingly, only when necessary. The goal isn't to dehydrate yourself, it's about timing your hydration better. Try to front-load your fluid intake earlier in the day, ideally in the morning and early afternoon, when your kidneys are most active and your bladder has plenty of time to empty before bedtime. When you make this shift, something amazing happens. Your body starts producing more of a hormone called vasopressin at night. This hormone tells your kidneys to slow down urine production, which means your bladder fills more slowly and you get longer stretches of uninterrupted sleep. The result? You wake up feeling more refreshed, your energy starts to return, and you might even notice you're less reliant on that mid-afternoon nap. It's a small change, but it can lead to big improvements in how you feel day and night. Now that we've tackled when and how you're hydrating, let's move on to another habit that's just as common and even sneakier: eating dinner too late or choosing foods that act like natural diuretics. Yes, some of your favorite, healthy evening meals might actually be working against you when it comes to sleep. Let's unpack this one, because it's a game changer. You might love winding down with a light snack or a late dinner after a busy day. But what you may not realize is that the timing of your meals and the specific foods you're eating can directly impact how often you're waking up to use the bathroom. When you eat too close to bedtime, say, within 2 to 3 hours, your digestive system is still hard at work while you're trying to wind down. This doesn't just affect your stomach, it also stimulates your kidneys, especially if your meal includes foods with natural diuretic properties. What are diuretics? They're foods or drinks that encourage your body to flush out water, which means more urine production right in the middle of the night. Some of these might surprise you. Healthy staples like tomatoes, celery, watermelon, green tea, or even a small piece of dark chocolate can act as diuretics. And then there's salt. High-sodium meals, like canned soups or processed foods, can cause your body to hold on to water during the day, only to release it at night when you lie down. That's why some people notice they don't pee much during the day, but as soon as they're tucked into bed, the bathroom trips start. So, what's the solution? First, try to eat dinner earlier, at least 4 hours before bedtime. If you usually sleep around 900 p.m., aim to finish eating between 500 and 600 p.m. This gives your body enough time to digest and process fluids before you hit the pillow. Second, start paying closer attention to what's on your plate in the evening. Avoid those natural diuretics like tomatoes, asparagus, cucumbers, green tea, chocolate, watermelon, or herbal teas late in the day. Instead, opt for sleep-friendly foods that are gentle on your system and won't trigger your bladder overnight. Think lean proteins like chicken or turkey, complex carbs like sweet potatoes or brown rice, or soothing options like bananas, oats, steamed carrots, or broccoli. These foods are not only easier on your digestive system, but they also support better sleep by keeping your blood sugar stable and reducing acid reflux, which can also wake you up. When you make these changes, you're not just reducing nighttime bathroom trips. You're also improving digestion, cutting down on morning puffiness, and helping your body settle into deep, uninterrupted rest. If your schedule makes early dinners tricky, or you take medications that need to be taken with food later in the evening, don't stress. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about safe ways to adjust. There are always flexible options to make this work for you. Once you start eating earlier and choosing bladder-friendly foods, you might be amazed at how much lighter and more energized you feel in the morning. Now, let's talk about another habit that seems harmless but could be working against you: going to the bathroom, just in case. Before bed, even when you don't really need to. I know it feels like a smart move, right? You're thinking, if I empty my bladder now, I won't have to get up later. But here's the surprising truth: this habit can actually train your bladder to hold less over time, making it more likely you'll wake up during the night. Your bladder is a muscle, and like any muscle, it adapts to the patterns you give it. If you're constantly emptying it when it's only partially full, your body starts to think that's its normal capacity. Over time, your bladder begins signaling urgency at smaller and smaller volumes, even when there's not much in there. What does this look like? You go to the bathroom at 10:00 p.m., just in case, and then by midnight or 100 a.m., you're waking up with that familiar full bladder feeling? Even though your bladder isn't actually full, it's just doing what it's been trained to do, alerting you early and interrupting your rest for no good reason. This creates a frustrating cycle of poor sleep, anxiety about waking up, and a bladder that feels like it's calling the shots. So, how do you break this cycle? It's all about what I call the real need rule. Before bed, ask yourself, do I actually feel a clear, natural urge to go, or am I just doing this out of habit or worry? If you're not sure, try distracting yourself for 15 to 20 minutes with something relaxing, maybe reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing some gentle breathing exercises. Often, that, just in case, feeling will pass because it wasn't a true need in the first place. If you have mobility challenges or anxiety about needing to get up in the middle of the night, it's okay to keep a portable urinal or a small commode nearby for peace of mind, but try not to use it unless you genuinely need to. The goal is to retrain your bladder to hold more and signal urgency only when it's truly necessary. If you take diuretics or have a medical condition that causes urinary urgency, check with your doctor before making changes. There are safe ways to apply bladder retraining that won't interfere with your health needs. The good news: your bladder can relearn. Most people who stop those just in case trips before bed find that they gradually sleep longer, feel more confident, and reduce those false alarms. Even better, they feel like they've taken back control over their nights and their bodies, which is incredibly empowering. Now that we've covered hydration, meal timing, food choices, and bladder training, let's explore something you might not have considered: how your sleep position and the pillows you use could be affecting your bladder and your circulation. Yes, you heard that right. The way you sleep can play a big role in how often you're waking up to use the bathroom. When you sleep on your stomach or even on your side without proper support, you're putting extra pressure on your lower abdomen. That pressure can push on your bladder, sending signals to your brain that say, "Hey, we're full," even when you're not. And if you deal with swelling in your legs or feet during the day, which is common as we age, lying down at night causes that fluid to shift upward. If your pillows aren't supporting good blood flow, more fluid gets processed by your kidneys right when you're trying to rest, leading to more urine production. The good news: changing your sleep posture can reduce nighttime urination by up to 40% without any medications or extra effort. The best position for most people is sleeping on your side, preferably your left side, with a medium, firm pillow between your knees and another pillow that keeps your neck aligned with your spine. This setup relieves pressure from your bladder, improves circulation, reduces back pain, and even supports better breathing. If you're a lifelong stomach sleeper, don't worry. You don't have to overhaul your habits overnight. Start small by turning slightly to your side and placing a pillow behind your back for support. Add a small pillow or cushion between your knees to keep your hips aligned. Over time, your body will adapt, and you might be surprised at how much better you feel. People who make this shift often say things like, "I can't believe something as simple as changing how I sleep made such a big difference." Not only do they wake up less to use the bathroom, but they also notice fewer aches and stiffness in the morning, better snoring control, and a deeper, more refreshing kind of sleep. If you have arthritis or joint issues, consider investing in ergonomic pillows designed to make side sleeping even more comfortable. And here's a quick tip: if you tend to feel warm at night, avoid overly thick pillows or synthetic materials that trap heat. Why? Because room temperature and sleepwear also play a major role in how well you sleep and how often you wake up, which brings us to our final habit. Believe it or not, the temperature of your bedroom and even the pajamas you wear can directly affect how often you're waking up to pee at night. It sounds strange, but it's true. And it all comes down to how your body regulates temperature and hormones while you sleep. Your body is designed to lower its core temperature slightly at night, which helps trigger melatonin, your sleep hormone, and vasopressin, the hormone that tells your kidneys to slow down urine production. But if your room is too warm or your sleepwear traps heat, your body can't cool down properly. This disrupts those natural hormone signals, and as a result, Your kidneys keep filtering fluids even while you're trying to sleep. That means more urine, more bladder activity, and more trips to the bathroom at 100 a.m., 300 a.m., or 500 a.m. The worst part, you might not even realize heat is the culprit. Many of us sleep with the air conditioning off, wear thick pajamas, or pile on heavy blankets because we love feeling cozy, but too much warmth can backfire, especially when your body is trying to enter deep, restorative rest. So, what's the fix? Aim for a bedroom temperature between 64 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit, that's about 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. This is the sweet spot that allows your body to cool naturally, supporting deep sleep and proper hormone balance. If you don't have air conditioning, a ceiling or portable fan can make a big difference, or try opening a window for fresh, cool air if the weather allows. Next, take a look at your sleepwear. Swap out heavy flannel pajamas or synthetic fabrics for light, breathable materials like cotton, bamboo, or linen. These natural fabrics help your body release heat and stay comfortable all night long. Instead of bundling up in thick layers, use light blankets that you can easily adjust if you wake up feeling too warm. People who make these changes often report sleeping deeper, waking up fewer times, and feeling more refreshed in the morning. Some even notice better blood pressure, reduced snoring, and fewer night sweats, especially for women going through menopause. So, if you've been struggling with nighttime waking and nothing seems to help, take a look around your bedroom. Sometimes, fixing your sleep has less to do with your bladder and more to do with your thermostat and pajama drawer. Now that we've walked through these 5 habits, when you drink fluids, what and when you eat, those, just in case. Bathroom trips, your sleep position, and your bedroom temperature. Let's put it all together into a simple plan you can start tonight. First, set that liquid curfews. Stop drinking fluids and eating high water, content foods about 3 hours before bed. Shift your dinner to at least 4 hours before bedtime and choose bladder-friendly foods like lean proteins, sweet potatoes, or bananas, while avoiding diuretics like tomatoes or green tea. Skip the just-in-case bathroom trip unless you feel a real urge, and give your bladder a chance to retrain itself. Adjust your sleep position to your side with proper pillow support to reduce pressure on your bladder and improve circulation. Finally, keep your bedroom cool, between 64 and 68 degrees, and wear light, breathable pajamas. These changes don't require expensive treatments or complicated routines, but they can transform your nights and, by extension, your days. You'll wake up feeling lighter, clearer, and more energized, ready to enjoy your life to the fullest. Here's what I want you to take away from this: those nighttime bathroom trips aren't just an inevitable part of getting older. Most of the time, they're tied to habits we can change. By making these small, smart adjustments, you're giving your body the conditions it needs to heal, rest, and thrive. It's never too late to sleep better, feel better, and live better. Your body is still capable of deep, restorative rest if you set the stage for it. If this video gave you something to think about or a new strategy to try, please click the like button and leave a comment below. I read every single one, and I love hearing your stories. Subscribe to Senior in Vision so you never miss another tip that could change your life or the life of someone you love. Sleep well tonight, my friends. You deserve it. Until next time, take care, stay healthy, and here's to better nights and brighter days.